Welcome back to the Whiskey Couch. Here in South Africa, if I say that in Afrikaans, it'll sound like this. Welkom terug by die Whiskey Couch. It's not that much different. My name is GUSTAV Mulleur, will sound like this. My naam is GUSTAV Mulleur. There are some similarities between the Afrikaans and the English. Anyway, this video is all about the best whiskies out of all of the whiskies that I reviewed during January. So my personal pick of the month of January. And January was quite a packed month, power-packed month. I tasted and reviewed some very good whiskies, some not so good whiskies, and often the difference between a number one whiskey and a number two whiskey is very small, so not always easy to pick the best, but definitely an enjoyable journey. And I have poured myself a dram to enjoy while I do this, and I hope that you've got something that you can enjoy while you watch this video. I'll tell you a bit later what I am enjoying. Slàinte, everybody. Very good. Before I continue with my personal pick of the month of January, I would like to mention that during the past week we have gone past 200 subscribers for the Whiskey Couch YouTube channel, and all of us here at the Whiskey Couch is so excited and happy about that. And I must say it would not have been possible without the help of whiskey tubers. And I'm thinking of No Nonsense Whiskey, I'm thinking of Scotch Test Dummies, to mention only two, and all of the others that helped us to increase our subscriber to the Whiskey Couch YouTube channel. So thank you for your help. Thank you for all the whiskey enthusiasts out there who subscribed and who are willing to tell their friends about what we are doing. I must say I am proud and I'm blessed to be part of this community. Anyway, the best of the month of February. During January I have reviewed 5 Japanese whiskies. 3 of those were blended malts, 2 were single malts. I've also reviewed 6 single malts from the Speyside region. I've reviewed 8 Scotch single malts from the Highland region and around 10 from the Highland region. Also 2 blended Scotch whiskies and 1 blended grain whiskey. And out of all of those, if I have to pick my best whiskey and food pairing, I will have to go for the chocolate mousse filled crepe drizzled with chocolate sauce, which I paired to the Glendronach 20-year-old private barrel whiskey. That was an exceptional pairing, if I have to focus on the pairing only. Another pairing that deserves to be mentioned was the Aran port cask finish, which I paired with the caramelized pecanut, mini caramelized pecanut pie. That was, for me, quite exceptional. Going to the whiskies, my best, out of all of the ones that I reviewed during January, my best blended Scotch whiskey, famous GROUSE Smoky Black. I was quite impressed with this. Rich, smooth, elegantly peated, sherry cask influenced, no age statement. This was really surprisingly good for a blended Scotch whiskey. And I paired that with a grape which I wrapped with smoked provolone cheese. It was a very interesting pairing. Good. My pick blended malt whiskey for the month of January would have been the Nikka Pure Malt White. Nikka Pure Malt White. I enjoyed this very much. I reviewed 3 of them, the red, the black and the white, but the white was the better one for me, definitely. Lightly peppered peat smoke with sweet honey, and I paired this one with a salted caramel wafer stick, and that pairing, I remember, worked very well. So my top pick of the month of January, my top single malt, and I must confess I am a sherry cask matured whiskey fan, so I might be a little bit biased, but I think that is the whole idea of whiskey tasting and whiskey pairing. All of us are on his or her own journey, and we're discovering what we like based on our preferences. And for me, this was the best one for January. Glendronach, 20-year-old, private barrel, and as I mentioned before, this is the one that I paired with the chocolate mousse filled crepe. It is just an exceptional whiskey. This would be my number 1 for the month of January. Sláinte. I do have 3 more worth mentioning that I also reviewed and paired with food snacks during January. The one, Amarone cask finish. This was really very good for me, and that is what I'm enjoying at the moment. Worth mentioning that one, and also the Jura Prophecy. What a very good peated whiskey from the Jura distillery. And then the last one that I have to mention was the 19-year-old Age of Discovery Bourbon Cask Reserve. This was also surprisingly good, and I really enjoyed this whiskey. I did the other 2, I reviewed them as well. The Madeira, and what was the other one? The red wine finish. So that would be my best for the month of January. Thank you everybody for watching this past month, for subscribing to our YouTube channel, and I really look forward to the month of January and all the whiskies that we're going to taste and review, and all of the food pairings to come. Sláinte.